Hello and welcome. This is Addis Media Network. This episode will be highlighting the efforts being exerted by Livelihood Improvement for Women and Youth program with support of Swedish International Development Agency to enhance Kaizen implementation in Ethiopia. Stay tuned. It's known that productivity is unthinkable in industrial, manufacturing sector and service firms without proper managerial philosophy. So countries are implementing their own mechanisms to foster productivity in their industrial sectors. Kaizen philosophy is the one that has changed narratives of millions of companies through better production and delivery management. Ethiopia has been implementing Kaizen since 2009, but the expected results have not been achieved through this philosophy. With regard to this, several development partners of the country are working to keep the momentum and speed up productivity of manufacturing industries and service delivery firms in Ethiopia.
We are doing reform, not a revolution, which is very opposite to reform, in order to bring change, especially the government change in Ethiopia just currently. So Kaizen was a reform for Japanese change, entire economic and social change, to bring significant difference when we compare with the countries in the world. So the simple nature of the Kaizen philosophy may apply to any procedure in the workplace. However, we are aware that every organization has specific needs. That's why contextualization and customization is a must. Because the Japanese way of management is not exactly similar with what we have here. And the problems are not exactly the same. We have our own problem and challenge, so we need to seek for solutions that could exactly fit with resolving our problems.
Livelihood Improvement for Women and Youth program, supporting efforts of the government to make Kaizen fruitful, is undertaking various activities in a bid to improve livelihood of the youth through proper implementation of Kaizen in income-generating areas where they are engaged. One of Ethiopia's international development partner, SIDA, is supporting the efforts being exerted by Leeway.
I'm representing the Swedish Embassy, and Sweden has worked together with Ethiopia for the last 50 years. And we're really excited about being able to support this kind of initiative and work with the private sector through Leeway, both because it's such a strong message about leadership in change, that you've all gone through this training, and also to promote the private sector that is starting to grow and be bigger in Ethiopia.
Livelihood Improvement for Women and Youth aspires to create more youth Kaizen philosophy private consultants in the country, especially in the city of Addis Ababa.
I am one of the upcoming consultants who will be certified for this package. So what I have benefited through this process is that I have gained first-hand knowledge and as well as implementation experience of the Kaizen philosophy to a manufacturing company in Ethiopia. So this process has given me the chance to actually see how the implementation can be successful in the Ethiopian manufacturing firms. So the whole idea of taking part in this project is so that we can incorporate this Kaizen system or Kaizen philosophy as part of our service lines or as one of our service lines, so that we can provide this service as part of the entire management consultancy package that we are providing to industries. With this, what we aspire to achieve is that we can help definitely companies to minimize their production costs, improve their productivity, as well as enable them be in a better position so that they can be in a better position to compete in the market.
TechnoSerive is also another partner for Leeway, extending assistance in the sector.
Believe that to achieve sustainable and scalable change, it's important to help create more inclusive systems that benefit the poor. And that means that we work with all sorts of different partners. Many of you in the room, we work with institutions, we work with banks, we work with government especially. We work with all sorts of partners to create more viable and inclusive market systems that not only include the poor, but also ultimately benefit them. So as a partner in the Leeway program, led by S&V, working together with Save the Children and Mercy Corps, TechnoSerive's focus is on supporting growth sector manufacturing firms in Addis Ababa. And the theory of change and rationale behind that is that if we support growth sector manufacturing firms to address the constraints to their growth and to really capture the opportunities that they have to perform better and more competitively, that will ultimately help them grow and create new job opportunities for our target group, which are poor women and youth in Addis Ababa.
Leeway further aspires to create more job opportunities through implementation of Kaizen. We believe this has a paramount significance in supporting government's strides to alleviate joblessness and scale up productivity in all sectors.
So Leeway is a unique program in that it combines 4 organizations, of which TechnoSerive is one, and then SMV and Save the Children and Mercy Corps together to promote different new ways of working with the private sector. And I think this intervention really shows that improving production management of manufacturing firms and maximizing productivity, just as Heather was referring to, so you can compete both domestically and internationally, is a fantastic step forward. Increased competitiveness will allow the firms to grow and employ more people and improve the earnings of existing employees. And as a result, we're hoping that this intervention can create more than 2,700 new jobs for the youth.
Viewers, this has been all what we have about the activities underway in support of SIDA to enhance productivity of Kaizen in Addis Ababa. Thank you for watching Addis Television. Goodbye, viewers.